Hello everyone, Luke Smith here. Now, there are two other wiki pages for Cyrax and World of T-shirts. This is the World of T-shirts one. I'm going to do this one every Tuesday and the Cyrax one every Thursday. So we're going to start with the introduction to World of T-shirts. He's technically a alcoholic streamer who has crash outs like in New York or wherever he's at. Like, I haven't heard much of him like recently, so I'm pretty sure. I think he's in like rehab at the minute, which is good because it's like he's really terrible alcoholic. So like his liver and kidneys will be absolutely fucked unless he like gets off the stuff. So yeah. We're going to read and we're going to learn a little bit about him first. I have talked about him in the past, but I didn't know he had a wiki page about him. So, Joshua Paul Josh Block, also known as World of T-shirts, born 7th of August 2001, is a 24-year-old autistic, mentally ill, alcoholic, social media influencer, and lolcow who is infamous for his many public meltdowns. I guess I want to check my... There we go, that's fine. Like, if I don't check my recordings, it's probably not going to like record the audio, so I have to check. Referred to as crash outs by viewers, and his frequent binge drinking. He initially gained popularity in 2020 on TikTok for skits and later coffee reviews. However, he later spiraled into alcoholism and depravity. He currently resides in New York. Although he is technically homeless, he is generally unshaven, covered in stains and intoxicated. Wandering the streets of whatever city is unfortunate enough to have been graced by his drunken presence. He is frequently referred to as the Captain, due to the Captain's hat that he is notorious for wearing. He's also like been over here, like he's been to Ireland and I think Scotland as well. I can't remember. Josh has now been unemployed for most of his life, likely due to his autism. You can't be like I've had a job for like 11 years now, coming up to 11 years, and I'm autistic, so it's like don't use that as an excuse for not like getting the job. There is other factors like his crash outs and his alcoholism. Unemployed most of his autism. He has no real hobbies or skills except for drinking colossal amounts of alcohol. He drinks constantly and has been on a non-stop bender for some years now. He's lucky to be alive, if that's the case. His popularity on social media has led to many trolls finding him and yelling his catchphrase, "Put the fries in the bag," which commonly triggers him to have a meltdown. Meltdowns involved clamping his teeth down on his hand, waving his arm around in a Muppet-like fashion, hitting, kicking, biting, spitting on bystanders, screaming racial slurs, or him screaming his well-known phrases. "I live paycheck to paycheck, you unemployed rat, you're fucking you're fucking with the middle class, and I have been X amount of countries." Over the years, Josh has been involved with many managers / enablers, a bit like Daniel Larson really, such as Michael Quinn, Jason Mr. Based, or more frequently Tony Bame. I've never heard of him before. I've heard of Michael Quinn because he owns a hot dog stand in New York City, and Mr. Based is I do not like Mr. Based at all. He's a scumbag. Technically Michael Quinn is as well, and I've never even heard of Tony, as I probably like need to get back in the loop a little bit. The work of a manager usually involves providing Josh with an endless flow of alcohol. You're fueling the problem if you're doing that. Getting him a hotel room and attempting to stop his alcoholic, booze-fueled rage, although most fail to do the latter, resulting in Josh frequently being involved in altercations, being hospitalized, or being arrested. Josh's main revenue on stream is from money that his managers give him, or from his illegal tour business that he runs. Josh has also ventured into the music industry, showing up at recording studios to sing covers of songs, usually with the words changed so it's a song about alcohol. Josh is well known for having many mental health issues, including autism and paranoia, although many theorize that he may have bipolar disorder due to his sudden mood swings, or possible schizophrenia, as he has believed in the past that men were after him with knives. Josh appears to have little to no inhabilitations. He is known to wander the streets drenched in vomit or alcohol, and frequently pees in the street or the train or in his pants. Josh is well known to be cruel to animals. He has stomped a fish to death, thrown the fish out the window, and frequently threatens to hit or eat Mr. Beast's pets, kicks Frankie the dog, and asks if he could shoot an emu. Over the years, Josh's lack of accommodation, unhygienic lifestyle, and chronic alcoholism has warped his body to become bloated and bent over, with swollen cheeks, pale skin, and a red nose, mouldy yellow teeth, and lifeless eyes. Yeah, his kidneys are shutting down. Like, seriously. Right, so his name is Josh Block, aliases World of T-Shirts, Captain, Clone, World of One Shirt, King of New York, and Gimme Shirts. Time active 2019 to present. Date of birth 7th of August 2001. Male, white, American, Italian. Claimed he's not Italian. He's about just under 6 foot, and he weighs 144 pounds. He's a skinny boy. Parents: Laura Block, Alan Block, and siblings: Jacob Block. Early life. Oh, these are short ones. Like, obviously there are bigger articles of each one. Main article: early life. Not much is known about Joshua's early years, and he is known to be a unreliable narrator, although there are some reliable sources. Joshua Paul Block was born on the 7th of August 2001 to Laura Block and Alan Block. Joshua is one Ashkenazi, Jewish ancestry on his dad's side, and Italian on his mother's side, so he possibly is Italian. He has one older brother, Jacob Block, who Josh claims is a schizophrenic and living in the group home, although this is unconfirmed. He's probably like better. Look how tall his brother is. Like, is that his brother? Yes, it is. Jesus, he's a tall boy. Childhood. Josh was raised in Virginia Beach, Virginia. He frequently claims that his father is a drug addict who abused him and then abandoned his family, and is currently in rehab. Josh is autistic, which has contributed to many of Josh's behaviours and quirks. An example of which can be seen in a recording of recording by young Josh while on a train, where he's heard repeating words. Josh became interested in photography and videography when he was 8 years old, after his grandfather gave him a Nikon camera. We got a quote. He was really smart actually, and he has a teacher's assistant with him at most times. In his senior years, he got popular on TikTok, and people started taking advantage on that. I never had any classes with him, but I have friends that I did, and that was one of Josh's high school classmates. Death of mother. At the age of 14, Josh's mother died of ovarian cancer, resulting in Josh moving to Medford, New York, where he was taken in by his grandmother, who became his legal guardian. Block attended Patchogue Medford High School and graduated with a Regents Diploma in 2021. Josh maintained contact with a cousin for a period of time from 2022 to 2024, during which his cousin tried to seek help for him. Eventually, Josh told his cousins to get cancer and die. Jesus, why? No, yeah. If someone's trying to help you, what the fuck would you say that to them? And cut contact with her. Late teens and early social media presence. World of T-shirts. Main article, World of T-shirts. While living in New York with his grandfather in 2018, Josh's career on social media began where he started posting on TikTok to promote his online custom t-shirt business, World of T-shirts. He would eventually come to adopt a name for himself. Social media bannings. See main article, banned social media accounts. He soon began posting vlogs on TikTok with videos that captured his spontaneous adventures in New York. Over time, Josh expanded his content with him posting his photography on Instagram. Josh claims to have started out doing dances and lip syncing, and then expanded his content to include vlogs. During this time, Josh also filmed the infamous Michael Jackson dancing video in Hot Shalom Station. In the video, Josh donned a black wig and leather jacket and filmed himself dancing around the station, lip syncing the song. I think they like me because I do unique things, and that was Josh in 2021 talking about why people follow him. Coffee and Boba era. The coffee and it's Boba era was a period in Josh's life before he met Michael Quinn and began his journey into alcoholism, where Josh posted himself drinking and reviewing beverages, doing harmless internet trends and being generally wholesome. Time before alcoholism. After Josh joined TikTok, he began posting many different types of content, which amassed him a sizable audience, who were mostly positive and encouraged Josh. During this time, Josh was in extremely good shape and seemingly generally happy. He looked extremely clean and spoke clearly and was able to hold a conversation. Josh released Coffee and Boba at the end of 2020, a song where he expresses his love for coffee and boba tea. Michael Quinn and the spiral into alcoholism. Beginnings of alcoholism. Before turning 21, Josh visited Cancun and tried his first fatal sip of alcohol, becoming completely intoxicated on the same night. After returning to America, Josh waited until his 21st birthday to drink again, and since then he has descended into a continuous cycle of heavy drinking. His alcoholism became particularly pronounced after he came into contact with Michael Quinn during the Michael Quinn era. Michael Quinn meets Joshua. Michael Quinn first became involved with Josh Block sometime in late 2021 or early 2022, as he explained in the video. As Josh's first manager, Quinn encouraged him to start a illegal New York City tour business, which became known as the World of T-shirts experience. Quinn's influence on Josh has become significant, as he has been involved in various aspects of Josh's life and online presence. A notable example of Quinn's involvement occurred on the 1st of April 2024. During an incident on the Long Island Railroad, Quinn made several TikToks claiming that Josh was attacked by thugs who attempted to steal his phone, hat and wallet. Quinn stated that he has taught Josh to flex and roar like a beast. Yeah, that's not going to do anything, as a defense technique. He also mentioned trying to convince Josh to take up karate. These posts illustrate Quinn's role in managing and commenting on Josh's activities, as well as his efforts to shape Josh's public persona. Activities with Quinn. With Quinn, Josh travelled around New York City visiting restaurants, bars, and going on adventures. Quinn acted as Josh's caretaker, making sure that Josh had a steady supply of booze. Well, you're not really taking care of him if you're making him drink all the time. Unlike Josh's other handlers, Quinn did not provide Josh with hotels, resulting in Josh being frequently homeless. This eventually caused the homeless arc. First green hair arc and homelessness, dyeing hair green and ensuing chaos. In early 2024, Josh dyed his hair green and inevitably causing chaos and trouble. Beginning of homelessness. In early 2024, Josh was frequently without accommodation and resorted to sleeping in subway stations and on trains. At one point, he was arrested due to vagrancy. This is likely the lowest point Josh was ever in his life. He was commonly seen vomiting in public, shouting racial slurs at other ethnicities, screaming and attacking people, and as usual he was perpetually drunk. Mr. Based era and travelling. Mr. Bass claims that he has been informed of Josh by a friend and instructed on how to come in contact with Josh. This is when it made it a lot worse. Mr. Bass is an absolute scumbag, by the way. Early interactions between Mr. Bass and Josh. On the 8th of July 2023, during a live stream, Jason encountered Josh while the latter was conducting a tour. Upon introducing himself, Jason was rebutted by Josh, who reportedly shouted "Scram bitch" before instructing his tour guest to flee. The interaction lasted approximately 1 minute. Approximately 1 week later, a second encounter occurred between the two. Jason attempted reconciliation by apologizing and offering friendship, prompting a similar reaction from Josh, who then demanded Jason leave. Witnesses reported Josh shouting get him," while the tour guest to take action against Jason. The confrontation escalated when Josh threw a drink at Jason, who then pursued him. Jason subsequently fled into the streets amid oncoming traffic, continuing to shout during the altercation. Josh and Jason would cross paths once again during the 2024 solar eclipse viewing. They're basically stalking him at this point. Early streams. On the 20th of May 2024, Jason streamed on Kick with Josh. The details of the stream are unclear, other than they went to a bar and Josh abruptly left. Jason would continue to have Josh on his streams. How many is unclear at the moment, but he was banned from the Kick platform on the 7th of June 2024, possibly due to Josh's outburst towards donations. Notably, Jason was banned off Twitch again on the 24th of June. Apparently for sexually assaulting a fellow streamer, Cardio's girlfriend. Jason was once again suspended for 1 month on the 2nd of July, Jesus Christ, due to a situation where he sexually assaulted a woman, gaining notable attention on Twitter. That's the thing, because apparently he was a pimp and he loved to abuse women. He was a really dirty person. From this point, the streams with Josh would become notable, as they began happening frequently. Major events and incidents. During Josh's time with Mr. Based, major incidents occurred, most notably the Make It Stop incident and the 16/9/24 incident and the Liquid Josh meltdown. Tony Blame era. This is what I'm interested in because I had no idea who Tony Blame is, or Bame. Meeting Tony Bame. Josh first met Tony Bame during his trip to St. Louis After that, Josh and Tony began a campaign of chaos as they travelled across the country, with Tony taking a role of Josh's new handler after Josh lost interest in Mr. Based. Second Green Hair arc. On the 14th of March 2025, Josh dyed his hair green and went on a crusade of drunkenness. Professor arc. Beginning in November 2025 and currently ongoing, Josh begins his Professor arc by visiting several major universities across the Midwest with Tony. During these visits, Josh would walk around the campus believing that he is a university professor. Often greeting crowds of fans, he would spend time in their frat houses, drinking excessively, vomiting and spending time with the frat boys. 4th of July and rehab arc. On the 4th of July 2025, Josh had a massive crash out where he became very violent towards people. He was arrested and charged with battery and underwent a state-ordered rehabilitation for his alcoholism. In February 2026, Josh was out of rehab and began posting on social media again while sober. He is also eating a lot more, and fans claim that he looks significantly worse than while sober. Well, he takes time. He's been drunk for like years, so he'll take a bit of time. Gallery of Josh throughout the years. Below is a photo gallery of the year by year of a hot selfies taken by Josh, with descriptions detailing the physical changes and his dehydratations. So yeah, we basically got all these pictures on here. Looks okay there, but yeah, he looks a bit scruffy like the more it goes on. 2021, one of Josh's first pictures. As you can see, he looks happy, healthy and carefree, probably because this was taken during the alcohol and bubble tea before the alcoholism began. In 2022, taken a year later, you can see Josh is unshaven and it's aged a bit, although he still looks relatively healthy and happy. 2023, major changes are notable. Josh has lost the ability to smile properly and his life has faded from his eyes. Skin has changed colour and his face is slanted to the side. He is also wearing his trademark captain's hat. So basically in like 2023 is when it really went down to shit. 2024, taken only a year later, but the changes of Josh are severe. The smile is tortured and bent, his cheeks are swollen, his tongue and he's began to go cross-eyed, and his ears are at half-mast. Any life in his eyes is now vanished. 2025, his ears are still at half-mast, his skin is paler. His eyes has become more beady and his nose has turned red and grown, resulting in a bird-like appearance. Yeah, it's like he had a fucking stroke, but he hasn't. Right, we got references, and this page was last updated on the 3rd of April of this year, 2026. So yeah, oh, what am I doing? There we go. Put it back up. There you go. Yeah, that was quite interesting. Right, every Tuesday it's going to be a Josh Block video, and every Thursday it's going to be a Cyrex video, like on the wikis. So yeah, that was it for this one. I hope everyone enjoyed it. It'll all be in a playlist. All the videos will be in a playlist of the Josh Block playlist I'll do. I won't put in the other Josh Block ones. I'll just do it for the wiki. But yeah, that'll be it, and I'll see you guys next time.